The Democrats' disinformation machine is hard at work trying to sell the American public that President Donald J. Trump is a threat to democracy. That reminds me of what they did with Russia, the same stuff, disinformation and misinformation. No, the only threat to democracy is the incompetence and ineptitude of crooked Joe Biden. He's a very crooked individual. He's a horrible president, the worst president we've ever had. We are in a failing nation, thanks to him. We are living in a failing nation. We're going to turn it around. We're going to make America great again. Thank you. Look, it is what it is. But isn't it unfair that I can be running such a great and successful campaign for president, beating everybody, leading in every poll against a corrupt and incompetent president, working so hard in a historic fight to save our nation, and I have to go through the additional burden of, at the same time, fighting my political opponents, many DOJ, Attorney General, and District Attorney-inspired non-meritorious lawsuits against me. This is a barrage like nothing has ever happened in this country. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. It's a third world country. It's a banana republic. Joe Biden and the thugs that surround him should never be allowed to get away with this evil act of election interference, which is all it is. He can't campaign. He can't put two sentences together. And all they're doing is trying to interfere in the election. Even today's Wall Street Journal editorial stated that, quote, as we warned Mr. Smith, that's deranged Jack Smith, and AG Merrick Garland indicting Mr. Trump would thrust him into the middle of an election campaign. This and all of these lawsuits would have unintentional and perhaps damaging consequences. The wiser decision would have been to let the voters decide. That's been the way it's been for many, many decades. With all they're doing, this election is already on its way to being another rigged election, and we don't want that to happen. My financial statements were extremely undervalued as opposed to overvalued, which totally disproves and nullifies the New York State Attorney General's politically biased and motivated fake lawsuit against me. She said, I will get Trump, I will get Trump. In other words, I am worth billions of dollars more than is shown on my very conservative financial statements, the exact opposite of what the AG witch hunt said. In addition to that, I have a 100% disclaimer and non-reliance clause right up front on page 1, stating clearly that the user must do their own analysis and due diligence. That's what the bank stated they did in court. They didn't rely on the statement. If they did, that would be okay, but they have a non-disturbance clause. They have a non-reliance clause. They were paid in full, on time, on schedule. They loved me as a client. They said so. They got their money back. There were no victims, only success and only profits. And hopefully Judge Engoron, who should have never had this non-jury trial, it should have never been allowed to go this far, or should have really dismissed it long ago, will show that the New York State judicial system is alive, respected, and well. Everyone's watching. Businesses don't want to move back into New York anymore. So I just say, God bless New York and God bless America. Our adversaries are using the crooked Joe Biden indictments of his political opponent, me, against us by strongly proclaiming that the United States is a corrupt and failing democracy. They are using it left and right. They are using it like never before. They are making us look very bad, making us look like a third world country or a banana republic. Thank you.